Libra is often seen as gentle, polite, indecisive, the sign that avoids conflict, the sign that tries to keep everyone comfortable, the sign that waits too long and speaks too softly. But that image exists only on the surface, because Libra is not peaceful by nature. Libra is restrained, and restraint is not weakness. It is discipline. Libra does not hesitate because they are unsure. They hesitate because they are already seeing the outcome in every direction. If you have ever watched a Libra remain silent while tension fills the room, it is not because they feel nothing. It is because they are measuring everything. And if you stay with this until the end, you may realize something unsettling. Libra was never meant to make people happy. Libra was meant to maintain order. Not loud order, not enforced order, but the kind of order that exists beneath the surface, quietly holding everything together. If you are a Libra, or if a Libra has ever entered your life and changed it without obvious effort, this was not random. Libra does not appear to comfort you. Libra appears when something is out of balance. Take a breath, not to relax, but to clear interference. Because Libra cannot be understood through emotion alone. Libra must be perceived through awareness. Libra stands at the center of the zodiac for a reason, not as decoration, but as function. It is the fulcrum point, the place where opposing forces meet and are weighed. Every sign before Libra gathers experience. Every sign after Libra responds to judgment. Libra is the moment where the universe pauses and asks a question. What stays? And what cannot? Ruled by Venus, Libra is often reduced to romance, beauty, and charm. But this is a shallow interpretation. Venus, in Libra, is not about pleasure. It is about value. What is fair? What is worthy? What belongs in harmony? Libra does not rush because speed distorts truth. They observe. They listen. They let people reveal themselves. And this is where Libra becomes quietly dangerous. Because they do not force outcomes. They allow outcomes to form naturally once all variables are visible. Most people believe power looks like dominance. Libra understands that power looks like timing. When Libra speaks, it is rarely impulsive. When Libra acts, it is rarely reversible. Behind their calm exterior operates a perception few recognize. The first guardian moves here, not as a voice, but as clarity. Jophiel, the presence that sharpens perception rather than emotion. Jophiel does not flood Libra with feelings. He refines sight. When Libra pauses mid-conversation, when they ask a simple question that leaves others uncomfortable, that is discernment at work. Libra listens for what is not said. They notice inconsistencies between words and behavior. They register tone shifts, micro-delays, contradictions. Not to judge immediately, but to understand structure. This is why Libra often feels mentally exhausted in chaotic environments. They are not overwhelmed by drama. They are overloaded with data. Every imbalance registers. Every distortion leaves a trace. A compliment that carries expectation. An apology that arrives too late. A promise spoken too easily. Libra remembers. And here is something few people realize. Libra usually knows the right decision long before they make it. The delay is not confusion. The delay is control. They wait to see if balance can be restored without intervention. They wait to see if truth will surface on its own. But patience does not mean tolerance without limit. This is where the second presence becomes active. Raguel, the force that governs fairness in relationships. Raguel does not protect Libra from conflict. He protects Libra from injustice disguised as peace. Libra often attracts people who benefit from their patience. People who take without noticing the scale tipping. People who mistake kindness for permission. Libra will give space. They will offer understanding. They will attempt equilibrium again and again. But all the while, something is being measured. When the balance tips too far, Libra does not argue. They withdraw alignment. And this withdrawal is often misinterpreted. People say Libra disappeared, that they changed, that they became distant. But Libra did not change. They stopped compensating. Libra is often the unseen stabilizer in systems. Families, friendships, work environments. They smooth tensions, translate perspectives, absorb friction. When Libra steps away, structures collapse. And only then do people realize what was holding everything together. This is not punishment. This is consequence. Raguel teaches Libra that harmony built on silence eventually becomes distortion. And this is where Libra faces an internal conflict. They crave peace, but imbalance feels physically uncomfortable to them. They want fairness, But fairness often requires disruption. So they walk a narrow line between restraint and action. There is a moment when silence stops being patience and becomes a decision. At that moment, Libra does not raise their voice. They finalize judgment. This is where the third presence moves forward. Zadkiel, the keeper of moral alignment and consequence. Zadkiel does not operate through emotion. He operates through law. Libra's deepest struggle is not confrontation. It is self-betrayal, staying silent too long, sacrificing truth for temporary calm, calling imbalance understanding. Every time Libra ignores their internal scale, it turns inward as anxiety, as numbness, as exhaustion without a clear cause. Because Libra is not built to carry unresolved injustice. Zadkiel reveals a difficult truth. Peace without truth is not peace. It is delay. A mature Libra learns this slowly. They stop over-explaining. They stop negotiating their boundaries. They stop seeking consensus where clarity is required. They do not accuse. They present reality. They do not chase closure. They allow outcomes. And this is unsettling to those who relied on Libra's softness. Because Libra does not destroy. They expose. They mirror inconsistency without saying a word. They allow people to hear themselves. This is where Libra's power becomes undeniable. They do not need volume. They do not need force. They let imbalance collapse under its own weight. Time becomes their ally. Because truth, when left alone, always surfaces. At this stage, people often feel uneasy around Libra without knowing why. Because Libra reflects what is out of alignment. And imbalance resists reflection. Libra may appear distant here, but distance is not disengagement. It is perspective. They step back to see the entire structure. And when the decision comes, it is complete. Not because Libra is stubborn, but because evaluation has ended. Libra does not end relationships emotionally. They end them energetically. They withdraw balance. And imbalance cannot survive without compensation. This is why people unravel after Libra leaves. Not because Libra harmed them, but because Libra was holding symmetry together. This is not revenge. It is physics. Balance removed creates collapse. And now comes the truth most people avoid. Libra is not dangerous because they are fair. Libra is dangerous because they know exactly when fairness must end. They know when dialogue becomes distortion, when compromise becomes self-erasure, when peace becomes denial. At that moment, Libra chooses alignment over attachment. And alignment always wins. If you are a Libra listening to this, hear this clearly. Your silence is not weakness. Your hesitation is not fear. It is restraint shaped by responsibility. But you are not required to carry imbalance forever. You are allowed to disrupt harmony to restore truth. You are allowed to walk away without explanation. You are allowed to stop negotiating your worth. And if you have encountered a Libra and felt confused by their distance, understand this. Libra did not change. You were simply no longer aligned. Libra does not seek dominance. But when forced, they will choose truth over comfort every time. Because the universe does not trust Libra with emotion. It trusts Libra with judgment. And judgment, delivered quietly, reshapes reality. Libra reminds the world that peace is not the absence of conflict. Peace is the presence of order. And order is maintained by those who see clearly. Wait patiently. And act decisively. Sit with this. Do not react. Observe what shifted inside you. Because Libra energy does not demand belief. It waits for recognition. And recognition always arrives.